Hello everyone, welcome to our digital learning platform. I am Dr. Akanksha Johar from Department of English at St. Xavier's College, Jaipur. The topic that we are going to discuss today is about William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare is not an unknown figure when it comes to literature. English literature, without learning or reading Shakespeare, is very lifeless. William Shakespeare, who was born in 1564 and died in 1616, belongs to the most important age of English literature that we know as the Golden Age of literature, Elizabethan age, which spans from 1558 and it culminated in the year 1603. Along with William Shakespeare, the prominent writers of that particular age are Ben Jonson, Edmund Spenser, Christopher Marlowe. But today, the topic that we are going to talk is William Shakespeare and his sonnets that we popularly know as English sonnets, and how English sonnets are different from Petrarchan sonnets. Before we delve into understanding English sonnets versus Petrarchan sonnets, we need to understand what the term sonnets mean. And before understanding sonnets, let's see who William Shakespeare was. William Shakespeare, born in 1564, died in 1616, is widely regarded as one of the greatest playwrights and poet in the English language. He is famous for his plays such as Hamlet, Romeo and Juliet, Macbeth, As You Like It, and many others. He is known as the popular figure of the Elizabethan age who has written amazing tragedies of that particular age. He also left behind a collection of 154 sonnets. In a layman language, we understand sonnets as poems. Sonnets are 14 lines poem that contributed by Shakespeare with 154 in number and gave greatly contributed his literary legacy. Shakespeare's sonnet are a sequence of 154 poems that had a iambic pentameter rhyme scheme, that is divided into 3 quatrains and a closing couplet. The rhyme scheme goes AB, AB, CD, CD, EF, EF, and GG. This we shall understand in detail in the next slide when I explain one of these sonnets to you. These sonnets are divided majorly in 2 groups. The first 126 sonnets are usually addressed to a young man and are referred to as the fair youth. The remaining 28 sonnets are directed towards a mysterious figure that is known as the Dark Lady. Shakespeare's sonnets cover a wide range of themes from love, beauty, time, mortality, and complexities of human relationship. English sonnets versus Petrarchan sonnets, or Shakespearean sonnets versus Petrarchan sonnets. English sonnets, also known as Shakespearean sonnets, differ from Petrarchan sonnets primarily in the structure and the rhyme scheme. While Petrarchan sonnets consist of octave, that is the initial 8 lines out of 14 lines, and that followed by a sestet, that is the last 6 lines in a sonnet, with a specific rhyme scheme, and the rhyme scheme has been mentioned as ABBA, ABBA for the octave, and CD, ECDE usually for the sestet. Octave and sestet is the pattern in which Petrarchan sonnets could be understood. Shakespearean sonnets, on the other hand, have 3 quatrains and a couplet, and the rhyme scheme has been stated. They have greater flexibility in the development of poems' theme and the arguments. The quatrain is directly related to the theme, and the closing couplet usually has a very universal message to give. The volta verse is used to enhance the complexity and depth of the poem's exploration of its central theme. The central theme is usually expressed, as I just mentioned, in the volta, that is the closing couplet of it. Shakespeare uses language and imagery in his sonnets, which is renowned for its richness, wit, emotional resonance, contributing to an enduring popularity and critical acclaim. This we can understand from this particular sonnet, sonnet number 30, Remembrance by William Shakespeare. We see the three different colors highlighted give us the three different quatrains, and then we have a closing couplet. The message in the quatrain would be very different. It talks about, say, for in remembrance, it talks about remembering a very dear friend, the kind of agony, the pain it brings when you remember someone dear that you have just lost. And where in the closing couplet, it gives you a very universal message, and it says, but if the while I think on thee, dear friend, all losses are restored and all sorrows end. If I remember you, instead of bringing much of pain, it brings me little relief. It gives me relief from the mundane life that I am dealing with. So it has a universal message that when you remember your dear ones who maybe you have lost or they are no more there in your life, remembering can also give you some sigh, some comfort that you are not experiencing at that particular moment. Talking about Petrarchan sonnets, an example I've taken by John Donne, his poem sonnet Death Be Not Proud, and we see there is octave and sestet. Initial 8 lines talk about the problem of death, how death fears each one of us, how death has a very negative impact to play in our lives, and the sestet comes as a solution to that problem, and it gives us the solution that thou art slave to fate, chance, kings and desperate men. One short sleep past, we wake eternally. Death is just taken as a means that make us undergo different aspects of life. It could be out of chance, it could be out of some disease, it could be out of some accident that death has taken place. But it is what? It is just a temporary sleep. And when we are going to wake up, it is going to be a heaven, a beautiful place to live, and eternally we are going to wake up. So this is the major difference between the English sonnets and the Petrarchan sonnets. English sonnets known by William Shakespeare and Petrarchan sonnets are usually in the octave and the sestet pattern. That is all for this class. I hope you like the lecture. Thank you so much.